くぞGenocide Kata!
Hello everyone, what's happening? This is Forgo, and today we're going to talk about Brienne. That's right, I'm calling her Brienne. I'm not going to say Pretty Brian 20 million different times. We're just going to go with Brienne. But before we get into her, let's talk about this super mission here for Seth. This is the last day. You want to make sure that you do all of these activities, get all these rewards, make sure you get your memory before this thing expires. So let's get into this girl. So I wanted to talk about Brienne for a long time. She's a pretty freaking cool character. You know, she is a blue defensive all-star fighter, and she has this great leadership that increases lady fighter defense by 55%. So any character that has this leadership tag, they will benefit from this leadership. And then you look at her core effects. She's got the strike skill damage increase, which is really great because that will bump up 2 of her skills. She has a power charge rate increase, which is really great because she just has a 5 PG card. Decrease damage received from defensive type enemies by 8%. Increases defenses by 12% for 7 seconds when attacked. Stacks up to 5. That means her defenses go up to 60%, which is insane. That's really going to bump up her stats, make her a lot tankier. And then she has to become immune to damage and reset active skill cooldowns for 6 seconds when HP is 1% or less. It's on a 45-second cooldown, and you got to get your HP 1% or less before this activates. But 6 seconds of immunity really does give you a lot of time to lay the smackdown, if you will, on your opponent. I mean, unless your opponent has one hell of a character that can combo super well, can juggle you up in the air for a super long time, or maybe they do some guard canceling and do it that way, that she really has a major chance of doing the comeback win. It really makes her quite powerful. And then her skills: inflicts damage equal to 688% of attack to the enemy, gains super armor for 3 seconds, decrease the target's attack by 30% for 5 seconds upon successful attack. So she's going to be weakening her targets, can be used while being attacked, only while standing. So just like Charlotte's second skill, John Cena's second skill, Pretty Big's third skill, you can attack while you're being attacked, which is pretty freaking sweet. Then inflicts damage equal to 629% of attack to the enemy, 70% chance to ignore the target's guard upon landing a successful attack. And that's really good, you know, having the 70% chance to ignore the guard. That's really good. If it was 100%, it would really put her more over the top. But 70% still is a pretty high chance to ignore the target's guard. And then she has a 70% chance to reset cooldowns upon successful attack. And this is really good. If it was 100%, it would be better, obviously. But 70% is still a pretty high chance. It's on a 15-second cooldown, so you got to wait every 15 seconds before this could happen to you. And then she has inflict damage equal to 714% of attack to an enemy, increase attack by 45% of defense for 7 seconds when using a skill. And then the PvP exclusive, disable the target's roll for 3 seconds when successful skill guard included ends. This is actually really good for her because this skill, she throws the football across the screen. If she hits them, even if they're guarding, the only way for them to avoid this is to dodge. If they don't dodge and she hits them, they can't roll. Then she can use her other skills, and because she has a 70% chance to ignore the guard, she can still ignore their guard because they won't be able to roll and start going into her combos. That's actually a really nice little setup. However, if they do dodge, I mean, it's not a super fast skill, but it's moderately quick. So if they don't dodge, if you catch them off guard, if you're within a couple character distances or 3 or 4 character distances, you might be able to catch them and then disable their roll, and then hopefully use your second skill to ignore their guard. Then her striker skill, recover active team members' HP by 10%. Additionally, later fighters obtain 10% power. Let's check out these skills. Now, something to note about her first 2 skills is they're both OTG skills. What this means is they're on the ground skills. Whenever your opponent is laying down on the ground, the first skill and the second skill will actually pick them up off the ground and knock them in the air. It's really useful. The third skill is only a skill that hits them when they're standing. So this is pretty cool. This skill actually picks them up off the ground. It's a shame Championship isn't open. It's a shame we can't go in there and do the preview there, because then you can actually chain all these skills together and you get a better idea how to play her, but that's all right. The second skill, very nice. Hopefully one day Championship will come back. And both these first and second skills are OTGs. They will pick the characters up off the ground, which is freaking wonderful. Then her third skill is throws the football across the screen, disables their guard if they're guarding, or disables their roll if they're guarding against it. If they dodge it, then you don't get anything. Nice, nice, nice. And then, of course, her ultimate skill. This is a pretty cool skill. I really like it. Pretty Brian's actually a really fun character to play. She does take a little getting used to, but I really like her. I think she's cool. So all of her cores are unlocked. I'm not going to go in there. You know, she doesn't have any capsules. This is a character that I'm going to use mainly for PvP. I'm not really going to use her in PvE that much. However, she can definitely put in work for sure in PvP. She is a fast character. She is strong, but I don't have any memories for her, so I can't awaken her or anything. So this is just where I got to play with her. And honestly, whenever you do these previews of these characters or these reviews of these characters and they aren't awakened, it gives players a better idea of what their power is in the game modes, necessarily in the game. Now, I am running the KS set on this girl. This is a wonderful PvE set because this set will actually increase her defenses, which is going to bump up her native stats, increase attack equal to 45% defenses, gives her super armor when she's tagging in. This is an amazing set for her. However, and some people might argue this, but in PvP, I would recommend still slapping on the Ryugo set. Now, some people are going to argue, they're going to be like, well, you should increase her defenses, blah, blah, blah. I don't think so. She does have an ignore guard in her kit, but it's a 70% chance. It's not guaranteed. This isn't either, but having this, and I don't know if this adds on to the 70%. I don't think it does, but I don't really know. I can't confirm that. Maybe someone in the comments could let me know. I actually have no idea. But what I do know is it increases your HP by 20% and it decreases the opponent's target's attack by 20%. Okay, that's a damage multiplier or demultiplier for them. You are weakening them by a massive margin. You're increasing your HP by a massive margin. It's just going to make her survivability way better. And then when she's using her first and second skill, and her first skill does have super armor, if she ignores their guard, if she gets this 10% chance on those first and second skills, she's still going to be able to go in her combos, have all that extra HP, decrease their attack. I just think it's really the all-around best PvP set in the game. And even for a defensive character like this, I still think it'd be the way to go. Her infinity's completely maxed out. So let's see, we'll jump into match. We'll go into infinite battle here. And let's slap on old Pretty Brian. Or Brian. Let's see if I can find old girl. There she is. Okay, let's set our attack team. Alright, here we go. Now these characters, it's level 20, level 21, level 25. I mean, it's pretty tough. We'll see what happens here. We'll see what happens. I mean, look at that. That's pretty nuts. Now, I haven't played Brian a whole lot in a little while now. I've been focusing on some other characters. So, we'll see how this goes. All right, here we go. So I'm going to throw that ball across the screen. Let's go. Come on, get her. See what I mean by it's on the ground, the OTG? She just can lock him down pretty much in the corner. Actually, can do some cheesiness with old girl. Okay, here we go. All right, here we go. I mean, she definitely combos with her skills. You know, you see that I'm throwing in my normies in between the skills. That's really what we're going to try to do. Let's go. There's really not much they can do. A little cheesiness with her kicking there. Pretty Zero tried to get a shot in there, but we still got it done. Obrion definitely tears it up. I know Infinite Battle isn't like some massive gauge, but the fact that she isn't even awakened and just took down 3 awakened characters at level 20, that's pretty impressive if you ask me. That's pretty damn impressive. Alright, so let's go into a little PvE action. So we'll take on Athena here. Now she's a blue, so there's no advantage or disadvantage here. They'll be all on a level playing field. All right, now something to note, you know, if you're ever facing Brionne, something to always remember is that if you're facing her and they have their first or second skill ready to use and you're laying on the ground, you might want to try to get away. If they've already used their first and second skill, then you can go ahead and lay on the ground because the third skill will just miss them if they're laying on the ground. Sorry, I'm trying to concentrate, play, and talk at the same time. That's why you might hear those pauses. All right, here we go. Let's go. Let's take old girl out. Look at her go, man. Okay. Okay, watch out. Hey, whoa. Let's go. Watch out, watch out, watch out. Booyah. See you later, girl. I mean, Brionne combos really well. She takes some practice, man. You definitely want to throw in your normies in between her skills, which is something you really want to try to do with a lot of skills. Oh, nice, man. Nice. We got a few rubies, too. Probably should have got those rubies a long time ago, but eh. Okay, so let's go into Epic Quest. False Rochi, there we go. False Conspiracy. And we're going to take on this red one right here because increased damage by 10 when enemy is attacked by blue element fighters. So when you use any other color, they're gonna get damage reflected to them. So this is a great one for her. Plus she has the type advantage, so she's going to have an extra 50% damage to them and take 50% less damage from them. All right, come on, girl. I mean, she really, I mean, if she gets to someone in the corner, she just locks them down. Not to mention the view isn't too bad either. One, two, three. All right. Let's go. Okay. Her normies actually work really well for her. Does that nice low kick at the bottom first, brings her up in the air, and then she starts doing these mid-range kicks. Really sweet, actually. Let's just go ahead and use our ultimate on old girl. You ready for the bulldozing? Oh yeah, piece of cake, man. She combos really well together and looks damn good to boot. So all in all, I think Brienne is a fantastic character. She combos well. She's got the reset cooldown, but it's only a 70% chance, which is good, but it's not great. If it was 100%, it would be great. The same with the ignore guard. If she had a 100% chance to ignore the guard, that would be freaking insane, because then you could just put the KS set on her and always have the best set. But I really think in PvP, you'd be better off with the Ryugo set. However, if you don't have it, definitely run with the KS set. If you don't have the KS set on old girl, put the Mr. Big set on her, put the Kula Vacation set on her, put a set on her that's going to increase her defenses, because that's going to increase her attack and just make her a whole lot better. So all in all, I would rank her around the top echelon of SS tier. She's an amazing character. I don't think she reaches the level of the triple S tier characters like John Cena, Genetz, Pretty Big, Psyche. I just don't think that she's there, but she is one freaking strong character, very powerful, combos super well, and very fun to play and very beautiful to boot. So let me know how you're all feeling about Brienne, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one.